Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna is speaking to Girish. Nishitha leads to bhakti. Nishtha leads to bhakti. Bhakti, when mature, becomes bhava. Nishtha ni purvak stha dhatu. Keeping, stha, tishtati. Sa, remain. Nishtha, in a particular thing, he is getting established and standing in it. Nishtha, sub-observation. Whatever happens, he will not leave that. Bulldog tenacity. If he takes a vow, I will do this, he will never, rest of the life, it is governed, the vows govern him. Like earlier days, we have seen many people, how they hold on to their truth and what they utter, take as pratigna, and how they follow it. In one of the places, ancestral places, Murdeshwar, one father, mother, they had 3 children. The children grew up, they started earning land and all, and there was a clash between the neighboring landowner and this landowner. And there was beating, this, that and all. And it was, police registered it. And they were summoned to court. The son wanted father to tell a lie, that he has witnessed and such thing happened. If his father tells, it is taken as the universal truth, like, because he never tells a lie. But for son's sake, son wanted the father to, he was forcing father, you must tell like this. Father said, I cannot tell. No, you will have to tell for my sake. Father said, for your sake also, I cannot tell a lie. Then he put in case he was the witness, he was there with us. And he will tell the truth. And when the judge called him to the court, and he told in the court, I cannot speak. Then the judge asked him, why can't you speak? He's just showing I cannot, by sign, I cannot speak. Then he asked, are you dumb? He said, yes, I cannot speak. Only sign. And after that, the witness is dismissed, you see, it is not valid. And then when he came out of the court, he never went home. He went to the village temple, Murdeshwar temple, and rest of the life he spent there. Children called, wife called, all people said, he never went. He used to lie down, take the temple prasad, lie down, temple public bathroom he used to use, and is only wearing cloth. Alone with that he spent the rest of his life. And There he passed away. Whole life he never spoke again. How that means he was not morose, he was not grieving, just because he's holding on to the truth. Just he's in his own joy, sitting there in the temple here, there, and looking at the image now and then, taking the name of God without in silence, no utterances, because he's dumb. How that holding on to truth, and what a great sacrifice to hold on to the truth, to leave the family, friends, everything, property, nothing, no more, just dropped. Intensely attached to family and working day and night for the family, just for the sake of truth, he left it. That is the thing, how they hold on to truth, how they hold on to dharma, how they hold on to nyaya. Nishtha, that's called nishtha. Nishtha leads to bhakti. Bhakti, when mature, becomes bhava. Bhava is where the heart is dragging the remaining parts of his existence and silencing them. Mind is now the bhakti. Bhakti and prema are different. Bhakti is where I keep the duality with God. I am separate from you and wants to serve in various ways, do worship, sing the names and glories of God. All this comes under it. It's bhakti. It is keeping the duality and offering services, constant services. And then prema is another thing. I want to become one with God. Here he wants to keep the difference with God. I am separate, I am servant, you are master. But in prema, it wants, like a river, it wants to enter into the ocean and become one with the ocean. That is prema. Bhava is earlier stage to the prema, much earlier. Immediately after the bhakti. Bhakti means I am keeping the separation and doing worship, suppose. Daily worship he does. Daily washing, this, that and all. Watering the plants which are giving the fruits and flowers for worship. All that. Washing the vessels. All this becomes a part of the puja. In and through these all activities, now all these are separately working. Now in bhava, till now in bhakti, external participation is more. I'm going to bring the flowers, this, that and all. In bhava, in bhakti, all these indriyas, senses and all are working for the Lord. Mind is working for the Lord. There it is not. In bhava, the bhakti becomes bhava. These senses, mind and all inner organs are dragged towards God. What I am offering, suppose I am offering, every day I was washing, offering. Now, with these senses he was doing, now senses themselves want to go to God. But in bhava, the emotions, heart is pervading all other parts. Heart is, and it wants to become one way, be offered. The senses want to be offered to God. They are dragged towards the divine. Their divine is different. I am attending to all things. The senses is working, just trying to see where the flowers are there. Intellect, this is nice to take. All are independently working. Now these themselves want to, in bhava, all these are flowing. Instead of working outside for God, it is they themselves are flowing bhava. Whole of his being is flowing towards God is bhava. Bhakti is they are independently working is bhakti. They themselves are flowing is bhava. So that bhava, but from bhakti, bhava awakens. He is melting away. In bhava, he melts away. He becomes indifferent to the external world, then awareness of the world goes off. In bhava, he starts jumping and dancing. Bhava. When concentrated, it becomes Mahabhava. There are 16 signs in Mahabhava. Horripilation, tears flowing, all these 16 signs are there in Mahabhava. In Bhava, it becomes almost all is unaware of the external world life. The whole thing flowing in Bhava. But body awareness is there, uncontrolled. Like a vehicle has lost its control. It is moving, but like that, he is flowing. Bhava, when it becomes Mahabhava, when it's concentrated, and last, the prema. Prema is where he wants to become one with the Lord, like a river entering into ocean. Prema is like a cord. By prema, God is bound to the devotee. Not devotee is bound to God. God is bound to the devotee. He can no longer run away. God cannot run away. An ordinary man can at best achieve bhava. He is melting away in thought of God. To that extent, ordinary souls can go. He is unaware of the external world. He is unaware of the body. He is melting away. None but an Ishwar Koti attains Mahabhava and Prema. Otherwise, body and mind cannot bear such high. Revered Bhajanandaji Maharaj used to tell, it will be like 440 volts going to the 220 bulbs. All bulbs we use is 220 maximum voltage. Suppose 440, it immediately fuses off. It cannot bear. Like that, Mahabhava and all this cannot be borne. Immediately soul disappears from the body. Ordinary man can at best achieve bhava. None but an Ishwar Koti attains Mahabhava and Prema. Chaitanya Deva attained them, Mahabhava and Prema, ultimate Prema. In ordinary language, Prema is different. In philosophical language, in religious language, Prema is the highest form of love, where he no more remains himself. He flows and becomes identified with the object of meditation. What is the meaning of Jnana Yoga? Going from one subject to another subject. What is the meaning of Jnana Yoga? From adoration, he started puja. It is a path by which a man can realize the true nature of his own self. Jnana Yoga. He knows who am I. It is the awareness that Brahman alone is his true nature. I am Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. True nature. Prahlada sometimes was aware of his identity with Brahman. You see this very rarely we hear. Prahlada used to be very often undergo that state of being, I am Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi. And imagine the Prahlada did not belong to ordinary class of people. What all ordeals he passes through just to make people understand what is real bhakti, what is dependence on God, what is my relationship with God. All this to depict, he appears on this screen of this world. And he used to sometimes was aware of his identity with Aham Brahmasmi, practically experienced that state. And sometimes he would see that God was one and he another. At such times, he would remain in the mood of bhakti. He would come to the lowest rung of sadhana, bhakti. When he is aware of the external world, he will maintain the bhakti. I am separate from God. I am only a servant. That awareness. Hanuman said, O Rama, sometimes I find that you are the whole and I am part. Sometimes that you are the master and I am servant. But O Rama, when I have the knowledge of reality, I see that you and I are one. I see that you are I and I am you. Girish, See, Girish is keenly observing and listening. Sri Ramakrishna is going to what the states. He is explaining through the Hanuman's example. Deha buddhya tu dasoham. When I am Deva buddhi, I am aware of my physical body. I am this body. Full identity I am recognizing. Then Deha buddhya tu dasoham. I am your servant. You are my master. It's told clearly. Deha buddhi, as soon as a true devotee, when it comes to the normal consciousness, is always aware. I am the servant, I am the child. Deha buddhi dasoham. Jiva buddhya tvadam chakaha. When I go to the transmigratory soul, in identification with body, I am servant and you are the Lord. In my individual, the self which is moving in sleep, which separates from the body, and when death, it separates totally from the body. That part is Jivatman. Is Jivatman, when I become aware of the Jivatman, independent of body, then I am part, you are whole. Deha buddhya tu dasoham, jiva buddhya tvad amshaka. I am an amsha of yours. Mamai vamsho jiva loki, jiva bhuta sanatana. 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita. My spark is there in the world as jiva. So, tvad I am a spark. You are the whole light. I am a ray. That kind of understanding. You are whole, I am part. Vishishta Dvaita. I am different from you, Dvaita. Todamshaka Atma Buddhya Tvamevaham. Atma Buddhya Tvamevaham. In Atma Buddhi, when I go to the knowledge of the self, Atman, when the Atma Buddhi comes in me, I and you are one. Atma Buddhya Tvameva. What you are, same thing I am. I'm in Jiva Buddhya, then Deha Buddhya. Deha Buddhya, I'm totally separate from you. In Jiva Buddhya, I'm a part of you. In Atma Buddhya, there is one. There is no duality at all. I'm different from you. It's not there. Girish, his experience, see, is a great devotee. Apart from that, he is one who depicts the bhavas. All the books and dramas he has written is depiction of a personality, depiction of the bhavas which each person experiences. Suppose Sita is following Rama, how that picture will be there. Rama is fully aware and walking forth, and he sees how the terrain of the earth is there on which she is, that how he sees the Sita walking. Because Rama is walking barefoot, Sita also wants to. And Rama is feeling that subtle feelings he has to depict. Hanuman, when he sees Sita, when he comes back to Rama and giving the Chudamani, the pictures are to be depicted. Krishna in Vrindavan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, each Leela, every bit, if you see Mahabharata and Ramayana serial, especially Mahabharata, how the characters or how they make that characters clearly present that all the qualities, that features, the bhavanas, the depiction of the character, depiction of the bhavas they are passing through, what feelings they are passing through. All the navarasas are to be brought out. That part is Girish's. He is writing dramas and presenting to the world. And there, Sri Rama is hearing Sri Ramakrishna's Deva Buddhya Dudaso. And he is wondering, a person we don't understand, so many times we appreciate, but the appreciation is our taste appreciation. He's not taste appreciation because he's depicting the tastes, feelings. So is his penetrated vision of the reality. He's grasping the reality and presenting. Master, why should not a man be able to realize God in the world? Sri Ramakrishna is coming. Because these are all in the world. They should not feel guilty or as if they are making mistake. When the other sadhus and renunciates, saints, when they see our useless life, that should not come into the picture. It is life dedicated to God. As He keeps, so I am. Let understand. He is there with me. I am ready to take up all pains and strains of this world. That kind of confidence to go forward. Because a man walking on the street or even in the forest, I don't feel any difficulty for him to go through the forest or rough terrain. But when it comes to a man who has fallen in water and doesn't know swimming, how will he go? That is a difference. Now, why should a man be unable to realize God in the world? He is there in water. All these people are in water. A few sannyasis are walking on the ground. Others are all householders. And He has to strengthen them. Nothing, you are falling in the water. Look there by the side, there is a big log. Just hold on. You will reach the safe place. From there you can get down. That clear understanding, how it watches, waits. Now to fill these people with confidence, fill these people with strength to swim through the ocean of samsara. Sri Ramakrishna is telling, how the subjects are changing, you see. Why should not a man be able to realize God in this world? He is all capable, let him swim. But he must have determination. Yes, I have to realize God. This must come in their mind. And dispassion. No attachment, dispassion. Absence of attachment without detachment is called dispassion. I am there, but that is not in me. That is dispassion. He is not attached, but is loving intensely. When attachment was there, love was minimum. Now attachment is there, love is flowing. Just like in electricity, voltage and amperes. Ampere is the quantity of electricity flowing. And voltage is the pressure by which it flows. If you increase the pressure, you have to reduce the amperes, voltage. And if you increase the voltage, you have to reduce the volume going, amperes. How that one you want to decrease, another expands. Another you want to decrease, the earlier expands. Like a balloon. Just press on one side, it is becoming, the other side is expanding. Other side you press, this is expanding. But he must have determination, dispassion. That is dispassion. Dispassion and love. He must have the unshakable awareness that God alone is real and all else is unreal. Passing events of life. God alone is real again and again and has but 2 days existence. All is passing events. 2 days life. Don't waste time. It will not do to float on the surface. You must dive deep. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.